Hey, everybody, this is Pastor Brandon with our next episode of the Fandom Pastor. Again, we're in our cult films discussion. And so, cult films are those films that are a little quirky, a little weird, but for some reason have just clicked with a group and they are very passionate about the film. They love the film, and they'll just share it and watch it over and over again and have discussions. One film that is was considered a cult film, um, but we've actually already discussed previously, so I won't be using it in this series, is A Christmas Story. So, for example, A Christmas Story came out. It was not very popular in the theaters or anything, but now, of course, during the Christmas season, we have one channel that actually shows it for 24 hours. It is an entertaining film. It is one of my favorites. So we are in that series right now. So the one I want to talk about today is a fun one. I remember watching it when it came out, and it is kind of a darker film. Not kind of, it is a darker film. I'm not actually going to even link the trailer or anything. If you want to look it up, you can sure look it up on your own. It's easy to find. But the clue for the film is this film became a Broadway show in 2013, 24 years after the film was released. So, if you guessed it, good job. Um, if you didn't, the film is Heathers. So it stars Winona Ryder and Christian Slater. It's a very fun film. But again, it's got definitely some darker elements. So understand this is not one to watch with the kids at all, but it does have actually a number of different themes, a number of different things I could have actually gone with. And I think the one I want to focus on this time, though, is so if you've not seen the film or if you have, the entire premise of Heathers revolves around this girl, Veronica, played by Winona Ryder, who wants to get out of being one of the popular girls. She's kind of been um, pushed into being one of the popular girls. She's um, being kind of forced to be with them, and she doesn't really want to. I mean, granted, she's the one that kind of goes on this killing spree, but the point is, she shouldn't have to sacrifice who she is to be one of the popular girls. And so it's of the idea, at what point are we giving up of ourselves? I looked at the scripture Luke 9:25, which I'm sure many of you have heard before. For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? Um, and so, what's it worth to us? Obviously, murder is not shouldn't be an option, but the idea being that at some point we have to decide at what point are we no longer ourselves, are we no longer the person God has created us to be. And so I think it's really important for us to examine that idea as we move through our lives. And it's something I want you to look at if you decide to watch this film. Look at how far she goes to try to get back to who she was. And then through that process, she even becomes not herself anymore as well. Uh, and so it's interesting to really kind of look at that concept. At what point are you no longer you? If you are changing because God is directing you to change, that's one thing. But if you're changing for human standards, is it really worth anything? So something to think about. Next time, our discussion will be on another cult film, and this was a really kind of an odd one, which pretty much all of the cult films are. But this film, here's a clue for that one. For next time, this film includes the first documented appearance of Mrs. Claus in a motion picture. So thanks, God bless, and y'all have a great couple of weeks till I see you next time. See ya.